All right. Hey, greetings, everybody. This is Blues Man, and shucks, I'm just redoing another audio segment. I just did 21 minutes of audio and then uploaded it to the internet, and it said you can only have 20 minutes of audio, not 21. So, not even knowing the restriction, I missed it by a minute and like 3 seconds or something. How ironic. So, anyway. Listen, folks, I have some really good news for you, and I've got some not so good news. But I don't know. Let's just get right to it. I, my name's Blues Man, and basically the main thing is that I have developed an engine or pump uh, that's super friendly for alternative energy uses, and it can be plug and play for standalone uses for pneumatic and hydraulic or water pumps and that kind of thing. It can be used like a steam engine. It can be used like a gasoline engine in a sense, but it's external combustion. It's not internal combustion. It has no spark plugs, no timing, uh, no timing chain per se, and it's a very straightforward engine pump kind of design. It's quite frustrating though, trying to get support and trying to get people to be open to what I'm up to. In fact, it's rather an eye opener, and I really think you people really need to see what I'm seeing, okay? Because it's probably more in you and me than we think. And it's really kind of upsetting, or it's really sad given our situation. Um, because basically I get automatic doubt and I don't know how do you put it, negativity, a lack of trust. I don't know how you. It's almost like when you ask people to trust you over and support you, it's it's very hard and very difficult. And I know it's very very difficult for you all right now anyway because our economy is so poor. Michigan is ranked very very low, maybe the last or next to last in the nation economically, or at least I've heard that. Um, we're all going through hard times, okay? But when the solution comes along, or a solution comes along, or someone who wants to bless you, I it's just ironic, even before you really know whether you should reject it or not, people are rejecting me and the idea outright. And people, I mean, I just had this happen. I'm sharing this with people, and someone says, "Oh, but they already have this out there." I was like, "Oh yeah, well that sounds cool. What is it?" "Oh well, I'm sure if you just look it up, you'll find it. It's this and that." Well, so I go to look it up. I can't find it. And I tell him about it. He goes, "Well, I can't find it either." And I'm like, "Well, can you tell me more about it or anything?" Or here I am. I'm telling him about this concept, how I want to bless you all with it, so that we can save energy, save on money, and really, do something with our lives. Help turn this world around. And it's a double whammy. See, I can strengthen our hand. Brings up another point. Gosh, there's so much I got to say. I'm not scripting this, okay? Part of this, I want to display the fact that this is inside me for you. I'm not faking it, all right? Maybe by listening to me, you might, for some reason, be persuaded to think, what I'm saying, I really mean, and it's really true. Let's see here. Great, now I lost my notes. Don't have notes on hand. I need to do so much, and people they just automatically go against me. Like what just happened was I start sharing how I want to bless people. I've got this great idea, and we can start saving energy. But they say, "Oh, well, we already have something that powers our homes for nothing, and they developed on the moon or on another planet, and it's NASA has it." I'm like, if NASA has it, we're never going to see it. Not if it's revolutionary and does away with fossil fuels. Are you kidding me? So stuff like this, I That's all I get. Like my own family, okay? My own family probably knows better than anyone else, although they have the problem of having a long-standing uh, irrational going against me, okay? Because I used to smoke cannabis when I was young, and I just did not fall. I played rock and roll on guitar, and that was just too much for my parents to take. They ended up sending me to Corpus Christi, Texas, almost into Mexico. I was almost into Mexico from Indiana for a year. On my senior year, I never got to say goodbye to any of my high school classmates. It was very rough. My upbringing, um, how I came into this world was tough. And I've lived a decade in a school bus so that nobody in this world can look at me and say, I'm asking too much of people. He's lazy, doesn't want to help himself. No, I lived in a school bus on a farm, uh, sharing with missionaries from Africa. Okay, and they were not connected to the grid. Had solar panels and a windmill, and me with a generator, so helping their energy situation. But anyway, I am for you guys, but you guys don't really know it yet. How much so I am. And one of the things that's really frustrating is the fact that I keep running into automatic negativism, doubt, criticism from people that don't even know what I'm really up to or don't really have a good grasp of, my project. Um, so I just wanted to let you all know that I'm facing that kind of frustration that it's so ironic. Here we all are, the energy monopolies that be are crushing our souls everywhere. They're ruining our waterways everywhere, our airways and our soil, pumping it with chemicals and pesticides, and then you got all the oil and companies and the energy companies dumping their crude and their stuff everywhere and tearing up our land. Okay, I am not going to say I have the solution to everything, but I have something that fits in perfectly. Okay, it would strengthen the little guy's hand and it would weaken the monopolist at the same time while cleaning up the environment. So it's like, I want you guys to hear what I have to say. I have been studying alternative energy really my whole entire life. It's always fascinated me. I like innovation. I have been doing drawings and design really my whole life. I have always been in computers. I built my first computer by hand, okay? Or not by hand, but through a study course. I assembled it by hand, personally. And I have been in computers ever since, and whenever I could get into CAD drafting, that was one of my earliest technical jobs in computers. And I did work in Elkhart County, which was the RV capital of the world, and it still largely is. And there I did a fair amount of three-dimensional CAD work, or CAD is computer-aided design. So with the advent of computer-aided design, I have been able to realize a wonderful design that utilizes the best aspects of the three main types of engines we have today. And I'll just quickly describe that to you because it is really encouraging to hear it. It's, I'll try to be as simple as I can, but I think you really need to hear the genesis of what I'm up to. It can be very encouraging, at least I think it is, and so I hope you will too. My design is a true hybrid between the three best or most common engine designs that we have today. And that is the turbine engine, the piston cylinder reciprocating engine, and the Wankel rotary engine, which is more like a oscillating engine. It's truly not a rotary engine. But anyway, a rotating engine. It's sort of a unique engine. But anyway, those three, and mostly it's the turbines and the piston cylinder. Well, I don't know. I try not to be complicated. But basically what it is turbines are best because of its sit and spin movement. That pure drive shaft to drive shaft power or motion. In other words, it's just drive shaft motion. There's no weird stuff with weight being moved around unevenly or whatever. And that motion is ultra efficient. That is super good. And that's why turbines basically power the world's electric grid. So as long as you give turbines high pressure and high consistent pressure, then they work really great. That's why windmills don't always work so good when they have half-speed winds or not consistent winds. Then the efficiency goes very low, in fact. So turbines are great, but they have a very steep powering requirements. They really like to run full bore, and they're not very RPM fluctuating friendly. Then you have piston reciprocating engines, and they do very well at low RPMs, relatively speaking. But the problem with them is they're very inefficient movement, quite unlike the turbines. Piston cylinder engines operate by the piston first, let's say, moving down, speeding up, slowing down, stopping, changing direction, speeding up, slowing down, stopping, changing direction, speeding up, slowing down, stopping. You get the idea that pistons reciprocating in an engine is a very efficient movement. And every time it throws that weight up, down, up, down, up, down, this way, that way, no, this way, no, that way, it's robbing your engine of power. In fact, you keep trying to make engines go faster and faster because you're throwing that weight in the wrong direction. There's a theoretical limit. That's why piston cylinder engines tend to top out around 6, 7, 8,000 RPMs. So anyway, and then you got, natural aspirated, and you got, supercharged, and they go faster because you're shoving air in the front. Well, anyway, so that's different. But then, now the next group, you got Wankel rotary engines. The Wankel rotary engine has a rotor, and that rotor is about the only other thing, besides the fact that it also has power chambers. But that's mostly, we get that from the piston cylinder engine the best. That's a really good example, piston cylinder engine having a power chamber. But the rotary engine has rotors, and those rotors are, if you will, they're sort of like used in my design. Similar design is used, and so there's some similarity. Although you would not want to look at a Wankel rotary engine and try to imagine what my engine pump is like. It just, actually, none of the turbine and the piston engine, none of them is quite like my engine as far as how it operates. And then again, it has the best operating principles of each. And what I want to say next is just as important, and I want to say it's without the legacy downside of each. I mean, I'm telling you the truth. This has, it wants to spin super fast like turbines, but it has power chambers like piston cylinder engines, and it has the nice efficiency of a rotary rotor, but not the encumbrance of any of it. It has the efficiency of movement. It only has turbine movement in my engine. Okay? Do you see the beauty of that? And then there's the beauty of, but it has enclosed power chambers that are dynamically made and broken. So it's like, it has no piston cylinders in them. It's more shaped like a rotary engine rotor. So I'm describing to you all these things so that you understand the physical potential involved is that I have the best of all these things without the worst of these things, and they're all in one design, and it's not that complicated. I mean, my design happens to have a 6 or 7-fold multi-part, and that basically means that I have very few parts, but those parts have high functionality and do different functions, So it's a efficient design in more than one way. And that's pretty much what I wanted to tell you. That now, let me get back to support and the realization that, or what I'm hoping to convey, that I really need support. I'm looking for people to try to find a workshop that would be friendly to this project. I'm looking for financial supporters that might be willing to contribute some finances towards this. If somebody wants to donate a car, a truck, a camper, I don't know, a motorcycle, a bike, I don't know, whatever it is, then maybe we could raffle it off or just sell it and have the proceeds go towards this. Maybe we could have, half a dozen people give $50. That would give a long ways towards making this happen. And so things like this, I would like the community to pull their resources together, to unite with each other so that when we have good ideas that we want to help each other with, we can do it. Instead of feeling like I'm just one person and I'm just stuck to bring this about with my speed, because I'm on disability and I'm on limited income. I am not going to be able to bring this thing forward in a business model that most people bring modern technology through. I can't patent this. I don't trust Uncle Sam. Do you? To keep a revolutionary energy concept not suppressed? Because we all know that our government is bought out by corporate interests, and that the oil monopolists that be, they have, I think we all believe it when they say that those inventors are 6 feet under the ground, and it was soon after they tried to release a very revolutionary energy product. Hello, that's me, and I'm in your midst. I live in Lansing, Indiana, and I don't give out my full name because I want to make friends first. I want you guys to support me, because if we all together bring this thing forward, who's going to stop us? They can't put all of us 6 foot under, but they could put me 6 foot under, because I'm nobody. But Lansing, we're somebody. Okay? That's where I'm at right now. I'm looking for support. I would really like for y'all to think. I know, 10, 20, I don't know how many people I know, but sooner or later I'm going to talk to somebody that might know somebody else that could help. Maybe you don't know somebody right now firsthand, but if you know somebody else that could help, talk to them. See if they know somebody that could help. It's worth it that much. I want to do this for you and for me, but mostly I want to do it for y'all. I'm going to be happy. I'm going to make it through life the way, God is on my side, and I'm going to make it through life. And I'm sooner or later going to build this for myself, and then I'll be saving energy every single month for myself. Okay? And before I die, I guarantee you I'll release it to the world, but I need help if you guys want it too. And I want you guys to have it. I'm not selfish. I want to give it to y'all. I'd like to give it public domain. And I'll give a quick thing here. I'll probably put it in the text down below. But QEG, look it up. It seems to be a very promising quantum energy generator. Might be able to give you 10 kilowatts for about a couple $1,000 investment. But the problem is the output is dirty electricity. It can power probably heating and lights. But anyway, I don't want to get off into too much of that because that's not my thing right now. I'm just here for y'all, and I really want you to know it, and I don't think a lot of you do. Or at least you don't know how much is in store. If we just all pull together, we could really pull something off great, and let's go at it. Big heads up, Leon Mix, love you, bro. He's been my longest supporter, and he's trying to get me financial support and whatnot. But you all probably know 10 or 15 people, and of those, probably 1 or 2 might know of a machine shop. Okay, even if it's a home machine, lathe or a mill, I don't care. That probably can help get us part ways there. Let's see what we could do. All right, let me know. I sure am reaching out to you with something really good, but I can't do it without your help. I hope you can see that now. All right, that's it for now. Take care.